What's up, guys? I just came back from my trip. It's been a few days now, and I thought that I might as well show what I packed with me because I was generally very pleased with what I packed with me. I felt like I brought everything that I needed, but at the same time, I didn't really feel like I packed anything that was unnecessary or something that was taking space for no reason. I feel like I keep getting better and better after each trip, so I'm feeling good. I'm feeling confident. I feel like I'm getting more and more acclimatized to my current passions and ambitions, which is to travel and go to every country and every region. So I feel good. I feel more and more ready to keep going towards that goal. But I guess we'll start with the backpack. And by the way, guys, if you want links for any of these products that I'm going to show, then just let me know in the comments below. So this is the backpack that I used. I bought it for the Brazil trip, and I think it's very, very good. And it's also very cheap. It costs like 50 euros. So this is a Särmä backpack, which is Finnish made. It's actually a pretty highly regarded brand even outside of Finland. I bought it from an army shop. It's not army grade, but I bought it from an army shop. And the good thing about this is that, like, as far as the size, it's pretty much the limit for most airline companies when it comes to like carry-on baggage. Like the size of this, the dimensions are just at the limit. And then you have a bunch of these different, I don't know what to call it, different straps that can compress the backpack and make it even smaller. But I only really used them when I was in airports. And then you also have the straps here at the bottom where you can put like a sleeping pad or something. And in my case, when I went to the Italian Alps, I bought the new cargo pants that I just bought that same day, and then I wore them tomorrow. So it has few pockets. It has a couple inside the main compartment and these two main external ones. I only really use these three for packing. The funny thing is I started to pack like 1 hour before I even had to leave, but it worked out because I generally knew what I wanted to pack. So obviously I've taken some stuff out since coming back home. You know, the bare essentials that I've needed. But let's see what I have inside. So as far as these main two pockets, the way I will categorize this was more based on the shape of the item, not really the purpose. But generally speaking, I had all of my hygiene products here, and like and I had this one. So it's just a basic travel adapter for EU, UK, and USA and Australia plugs. So this should cover most, even all countries. The good thing about it is that it has a fuse in it, so you don't, if there's some kind of a short, then it's not gonna fuck up your devices. And it also has a spare fuse if that happens somewhere. Yeah, right here, this little compartment. So the way it works is very simple. You just pull this and then press this button to pull it back. Let's see. So deodorant, razor that I bought in Germany, allergy tablets, because I forgot that a lot of trees blossom in Western Europe. This power bank case, which is actually what I usually had here instead, which is also where I have I also had my other power bank. I think I already took it out, but I think I showed it in another video, basically like a solar powered one. The charging rate is very bad actually. It's like here it is. So the charging rate is 200 milliamps, which is probably like the peak charging rate, and it's actually pretty bad. But the good thing about it is that it still works as a basic power bank. The capacity is like 8,000 milliamp hours, which is pretty decent. It was enough for me. I mean, this one was usually enough for me for the day. But in case if I were to get into an accident, I was somewhere in isolation, then I would estimate that charging with this one, if it was empty, charging with it for like 30 to like 40 minutes will probably give your phone enough juice to call emergency services or something. So it's pretty useful in that sense. It also has a compass, so it's cool. And also, this is the one I had for Brazil, but I didn't pack it for this trip. But it's something I have as well. Let's see. So yeah, deodorant, toothbrush, toothpaste, of the basic, face mask, kind of useless now. But yeah, basically like basic hygiene products. All right, here I have some fake wallets. I mean, useful for Brazil maybe, but not for Europe. I also bought this one. So it's a spy belt, and the pockets are actually very flexible. You can fit a lot of stuff here, even your passport. Basically, again, for like countries like Brazil and stuff. Not really useful for Europe, but I'm glad I bought this one. People seem to recommend it. Some tissue, I don't know why. Oh, here's a light straw that I used a couple times in the Italian Alps and somewhere else as well. But the water was very clean by itself. It wasn't really necessary, but if you happen to be in isolation in the middle of nowhere and you see a water source, then using this is certainly better than having nothing. And I've heard good things about that product, so I don't know. Maybe there are better models, but it was easier to get. Okay, some sunblock, which is pretty important. And here I have some documents, but since I traveled in Europe, they weren't really necessary. Another fake wallet, lol. And that's it. Okay, let's open the main compartment. So yeah, water bottle always with me. Some coffee I brought for my relatives, and here are my clothes that I packed into one of these travel cubes. So these have two different zippers in them. So one of them having two zippers basically makes these travel cubes compressionable. So these are all like squished, which saves some space. I mean, compared to like rolling technique, doesn't save that much space, maybe 10%, maybe even 20%. But the added bonus with this is the organization, being able to organize your stuff. Like I'm the furthest thing from being organized, but even for me, this was very convenient compared to how I packed in Brazil. But what I probably should have done, I should have brought another of these travel cubes that I bought for dirty laundry. But the way I categorized them was basically t-shirts, socks and underwear. Oh, and as far as like t-shirts, I had 5 pairs plus this another shirt. I think that's like the perfect amount of shirts to have. Like not too many where it takes up too much of your space, but not too little where you have to run to the laundromat every second day. Here I have and here I had all of the other stuff. So swimming, I didn't swim during my trip, but I swam in Spain because we were in Barcelona. Some shorts, long sleeve shirt, and also my jacket, or the babushka. I don't know how to call them. I don't know how else to call them. And finally my sleeping bag, which is actually 20 years old, but it served me well in France.